Ladies and gentlemen, after Arsenal defeated Everton by 2 goals to nothing last night, and Manchester City went ahead to draw 1-1 against West Ham United, a lot of football fans, have given up on Pep Guardiola title hope. Yes, while some people are saying it is over, some are saying that Pep Guardiola is finished, that there is nothing he can actually do about this season's Premier League title again. But Pep Guardiola himself said it's not over. Yes, Pep Guardiola immediately after that game was interviewed by the TNT Sport, and he said it is not yet over, that they still have one game in hand and they still have a game against Arsenal, that there is still hope for them. Yes, that if they can win the game in hand, beat Arsenal, it is over. Then the title race will be wide open again. So, if you are still preparing your mind, if you are thinking that Pep Guardiola has given up, Guardiola himself is telling you now that it is not yet over. And according to him, he said, we have a game in hand. We have the game against Arsenal. We have to try it until the end. When it is not possible, we will congratulate the champion of the league, but we will try till the end. These are the words of Pep Guardiola. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are out there thinking that Guardiola has given up on this title hope, if you think that it is over for Pep Guardiola, Guardiola is making it clear to you now that he is the genius in this game, that he can still come back and reclaim the 2025-2026 Premier League title again. Yes, it is Arsenal. Is it not Arsenal? Guardiola can do it anytime, any day. He is the genius in the game. He can still come back and reclaim the title. Yes, it is very, very obvious that Arsenal are now 9 points clear of the table. Yes, Arsenal are topping the table with 70 points, while Manchester City are right there behind them with 61 points. That is, as it stands, Arsenal are 9 points clear from Manchester City. But Manchester City have a game in hand. So even if they win that game, yes, that game in hand, if they win it, it will come to 6 points. But Guardiola believes that if they win that one, it will remain 6 points. And if they defeat Arsenal, it will draw it to what? 3 points. Then the title race will be thrown open again and anything can happen. He believes that if they can lose game, Arsenal can lose game as well. But one thing I want to make clear to Pep Guardiola now is the fact that his Manchester City team cannot be compared to Arsenal team this season. What this Mikel Arteta Arsenal team are actually doing this season, I don't see this Manchester City team doing it. The Arsenal team are patient, they are resilient, and they keep waiting until that moment to score goals. But you don't see the same thing with Pep Guardiola Manchester City team. These guys are not patient. Once they start the game, they keep pressuring the opponent. They want to score, they want to win. They are showing the world that they want to reclaim the title from Arsenal. But Arsenal does not approach game that way this season. Once Arsenal start their game, they are always patient. They don't care if time is going, they don't care if it is 70th minute. No. They are always patient, resilient, waiting, patiently waiting for that minute to hit you. And once they get that opportunity, that's all. They'll hit you, and that is the end of that game for you. Who would have known? Who would have known that Arsenal were going to win the game against Everton? Who knew? Who would have known that Arsenal were going to win the game against Everton? Talk more of scoring 2 goals in that game. From the first minute to the 89th minute, there was no goal in this game. It was just remaining 1 minute before the 90 minutes regular time, before the first goal came. So who would have thought that Arsenal can keep it this late to win a match? But this is what champions are made of. Yes, this is what champions are made of. If you want to be a champion, you will definitely get this kind of result in a season. This kind of result must actually come in a season. A day you have to wait patiently to the very end to get the result you want. You could see the celebration at the Emirates Stadium last night as if they have won the Premier League title already. But it is very, very obvious now that somehow, Arsenal will be made champions of England this season because everything is actually working out in their favor right now. The way it's going, the Pep Guardiola that is actually, running them down to the line. I don't think he's capable. I don't think he's capable. In fact, him talking about their next game, their next Premier League game, they are going away to Chelsea. Yes, Manchester City will be playing away to Chelsea. The Manchester City that could not win Nottingham Forest at home at Etihad Stadium. Manchester City that could not win West Ham United in the London Stadium. Is that the team that will go to Stamford Bridge and defeat Chelsea? So I believe that before Pep Guardiola will have a slight of hope that he's going to, win this title this season. I think he should go to Stamford Bridge, win his game, then wait for Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium. If he can win these two matches, if he can defeat Chelsea and defeat Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium, then the title will be his. But if you go to Chelsea in their next Premier League game and lose that match or draw that match, then the title is over. You should just call Ateta and congratulate him. It is over. It is over. It is over. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is your thought on what Pep Guardiola actually said about the title hope? You still believe, you agree with Pep Guardiola that the title hope is still on for Manchester City, or you think it is over? Please, whatever your opinion may be on this, I'd like to see it in the comment section. Do it to like, comment, and do not forget to turn on notification to enable you see when I start this. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye.